YouTube, chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD Fox reporting from the Chicks Universe, and today we talking about this whole Big U situation. Straight up, bro. Who is snitching? It seemed like everybody's pointing that way. It's like everybody's pointing in 20 different directions saying that this person is snitching, that person is snitching, this person is a snitch, that person is a snitch. So we need to figure out who is the snitch. Now, for those of you who may not know what's going on, Big U, the leader of the Rolling 60s Crips, in police custody for a number of charges, stemming all the way from murder all the way down to racketeering. Now, of course, the charges are crazy, it's salacious in nature, and it has the entire internet going crazy. But of course, whenever these type of situations occur, a lot of people always like to say somebody's snitching.
Another thing, don't get too comfortable. This is his third time going to the feds. Nigga walks out the feds through the back door. Nigga. He walks out the feds, nigga. That nigga's a rat. This is his third time getting ready to go into the feds, bro. That nigga gets out of there, bro. So anything you done, he's gonna tell on you.
Now, funny enough, one of the suspects, or one of the main suspects for being a snitch, is the man who was arrested himself, Big U. How? I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Now, on top of this, a lot of people are speculating that Wack 100 is also a snitch. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm just letting you know what people are speculating. Now, why are people speculating this? Because about a month ago, Wack 100 actually said that Big U would be getting arrested in a month. And then, crazy enough, 4 days ago, this is what Wack 100 posted on his Instagram. He received a message on Monday, March 3rd at 8:20 a.m. And the message said, "Hey, good morning. DNA came back, shaking my head." Wack 100 responded, question mark, question mark, question mark. Whose DNA? Question mark. Big U. And then he said, huh? Call me. Now, this is what he posted just 4 days ago. And then, of course, if 4 days later, Big U is now in federal custody, a lot of people are going to be pointing to Wack as to being the cause for him being arrested. Now, at the end of the day, we can't let the salaciousness of this story get us into a situation where we're not using our brain cell. We need to be using our frontal cortex, okay? We need to use the entire skull and everything within it. There's no way the federal government saw a text message from Wack 100's Instagram 4 days ago and was able to put together an entire indictment in RICO case and arrest 60 people within that 4-day span. That's literally impossible. So let's just stop right there. Now, I'm not saying he's not snitching, because there's other things that go along with it. But one thing I do want to point out that I think is absolutely nuts is that Luce, one of the people who was also arrested along with Big U and Brick Baby, actually predicted his own arrest to the T almost. So take a listen to this interview that he did on the No Jumper podcast, where he pretty much insinuated that Big U was a snitch and that he would on occasion get Luce Cannon as well as others to commit crimes so that he could have dirt on them in the case that he ever was to get arrested. He even speaks about a robbery that they committed and how the people that he robbed was able to show up within almost 10 minutes of being robbed to receive the money back, and how Big U was giving out guns allegedly and even taking note of the serial numbers.
It's like, cause he'll be like, he'll manipulate things. Like, we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm his
high-tech shit.
I'm his right hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right?
Now, of course, a lot of people at the time were saying, man, why would you get on a podcast and say something outlandish like that? The feds are watching. But what people are not understanding is he's saying, bro, I just did something and this mob is gonna even snitch on me regardless. So I'm cooked. The least I could do is put the story out there so that when they do come knocking for this particular crime, you know exactly who snitched on me. What makes this clip even crazier is the fact that this is one of the pages from the indictment. The indictment actually has the exact description of the crime that Luce Cannon spoke on the No Jumper podcast, where he said that Big U orchestrated that crime just so he could have some dirt on Luce Cannon. Now, I'm gonna read this indictment verbatim and tell me if this does not give you chills. Robbers put victim 1 on the phone with Henley, who invited victim 1 to Henley's home. According to victim 1, when victim 1 arrived at Henley's Arlington premises, Robinson, Williams, and other robbers were there, as were the proceeds of the robbery. Inside, Henley told victim 1, "That's how you rob yourself." Henley then demanded $10,000 from victim 1 to ensure other robberies did not occur. Henley also directed victim 1 to identify other businesses or dispensaries that could be similarly robbed and assured victim 1 that Big U Enterprise would compensate him for identifying any robberies. Henley then provided a portion of the robbery proceeds back to the victim 1. Williams later admitted to this robbery and the aftermath on a podcast, on the No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man. Williams explained, so basically, he'll manipulate things, we'll go and do something, and then the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later, and we trying to count everything, and we be like, how the F? Williams then said that Henley would state, well, we just going to give you like 40,000 back. As you can see, are literally referencing that exact podcast episodes to the exact robbery that Luce Cannon is actually being charged for. So a lot of people would say that, man, the evidence is overwhelming and it's for sure Big U who is the snitch. But at the same time, you cannot jump to conclusions. The feds are very tricky in the way that they move. They've been doing this for years. These are literally professionals. These are the LeBron James and Luka Doncic of getting people locked up. They are the Michael Jordan and Jackie Robinson of helping you trick yourself out of your position. So everything that they say has to be taken with a grain of salt until you get to that actual courtroom and everybody's in front of the gavel. That said, you have to understand they know how to play these mind games. They could be putting people against each other, or they could just be telling the truth. Maybe everybody in the situation is so dumb that they have a mountain of evidence to convict every single person that was indicted. It looks like they may go 60-0. They are probably going to be in God mode. They are probably going to be putting up numbers for generations to come based off of the information that they're going to get from this case. From other sources, it seems as though a lot of the indictment that has leaked just shows a whole bunch of self-snitching. So I guess the answer to the question is that everybody's a snitch. It seems as though the feds were able to piece together interviews, phone calls, tweets, Instagram posts, and compile a colossal amount of evidence to put these bad actors away forever. But that's just how I'm seeing it from my view. I want to know how you guys see it from your view. So do me a favor and let us know in the comments. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. It's your boy BREAD Fox from the Chicks universe. Till next time.